And now for our segment that has an uninspired title, Viewer Comments. I posted a community post. Okay, wow, that's also uninspired. And asked you, what do you think about Hodinkee being a journalist and merchant? Now, Watchdog Podcast says, it doesn't really bother me. Though I do know that not to take it as a gospel and search out other articles and videos. Worn and Wound does the same thing, yet it's always Hodinkee that gets bashed. Unfortunately, this is a product of being famous. Criticisms are always louder, and the possible outcomes may be more impactful the more you scale up in your popularity. Now, Fratello is also doing the same thing, but most of the watches that they're selling in their shop are actual collaborations from other brands, and they're far in between. They're not really a watch box that trades thousands of pieces, nor like Hodinkee, who has stock of these watches to keep. To Hodinkee's defense, they are marking their shop articles as in the shop, so you know that these are our articles that they are promoting their own products from. It's like the YouTube feature that mentions this is a paid promotion video. Now, Hodinkee is still highly more credible site than most people may think or may be aware of, so I guess you just need to come in with your own salt shaker. AB writes, yet another expert who cannot pronounce the name of the watch correctly. Submariner, pronounced Submariner, and you lose a load of credibility when you don't get the name of your subject right. Right? Okay, AB, first of all, thanks for calling me an expert. I am not, but thanks. Second, yes, English is not my best suit. Frankly, my Tagalog is also very questionable. One might even think that I don't belong anywhere. I'm a free man. I'm unshackled by borders and laws. I'm probably a pirate. Third, I put out an APB for my credibility. It's been lost for a while, and so far the authorities couldn't find it. So if you have any sightings of my credibility, just let me know. Write to me in my email. Or just comment in my comment section and I'll probably find it out. And fourth, let's listen to how Rolex pronounces Submariner.
It was constantly perfected over time. For those who push their limits always further and shine an ever new light on our world. The Submariner.
And that's how you pronounce the Submariner. Next, we will explore what makes the Yachtmaster great, why the Ski Dweller is one of the most underrated collections in Rolex lineup, and finally, why there's only one Chilean eye in their fold. John Henry writes, got the copper on sale for $450. It is fabulous. I especially like the loom on the hour markers. Not sure I would pay $600, but at $450 it was an insta buy for me. Yes, John Henry, you made a good decision about that. It's also an insta buy for me if I came across the new GMB 2100s at that price. Now remember, I bought my AWM 500 at just around $300, and it's still one of the best watches in my collection, if you could even call it a collection at all. Now, remember, G-Shock has some great execution and finishing on their really high-end models, and the wearability is incomparable to the kits that you readily find in AliExpress or in Amazon. Again, SKX Mods has some really good mod kits for it, but it doesn't compare with the original. Maratuda writes, horrible, cheap garbage he's actually talking about here. Is he a he or a she? He or she is talking about here the Artem loopless straps. Mine tore underneath. Impossible to adjust without damaging it. Feels like plastic. Must be paid reviews. Okay, now let's get one thing out of the way. Yes, Artem sent their watch straps to us for us to review and to keep. Now, as a product reviewer, I have mentioned quite a few good things about it, but I did also mention some criticisms, namely that the strap is longer. Mainly that's also because that I should have gotten like the shorter version of the strap, and that it also lacks the quick release spring bars, which I prefer, which is very quick to use and at the same time helps me dress up or dress down the watch. Now, I guess that's my excuse for being an unbiased product reviewer, but the fact is that there will be influences regardless of what or how I mention the review. Another thing is that most of these deals that I make with, at least with me, is that I deal with them at a per video basis. So when I'm done with the video, that's it. The deal is done and it's complete. With Artem, it's a little bit different. I continue to use Artem with my other video reviews simply because I chose to do it. I really like their manufacturing, I really like their products, and they're actually better qualities than the ones that I own. And I've owned quite a few, some of them cheaper and some of them more expensive, but Artem really does have the quality that is above the others that I've been reviewing. So one thing about what Mara told here is that it does feel like plasticky. I did not feel this sensation that he or she is feeling. To me, it's not plasticky. But I respect your opinion. So when buying Artem straps, please do keep my opinion and Mara's in mind so that you have a more unbiased shopper experience with Artem straps. And finally, to close out our video, here are some words of wisdom from Mr. Zilos. The Apple device, I won't call it a watch, is a throwaway appliance. It's a device built to be obsolete in 2 years or less. They are cold, they have no soul, and they have no place in my collection. And this comes from someone who did own some Apple devices in the past, including the ceramic Gen 2 edition, which was a cool build. But these aren't watches. Wish I had the chance to make this opinion into the video, but commenting is fine. Oh yeah, love the conversation with yourself thing. We should do a collab conversation video sometime, like what TGV and Long Island Mark do. That would be a hoot. Thanks, Mr. Zilos, and that collaboration will be coming in the near future, so watch out for that. That will be all. See you next week.